Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. All right, next up we've got Ramiz Brahimaj versus Mickey Gall in what's shaping up to be a who's going to gas first or get subbed kind of matchup. Let's break this down and have a little fun with it, because with these two, who knows what's going to happen? Ramiz Brahimaj. Let's start with Ramiz Brahimaj. He's coming in as a pick'em at minus 105, holding a record of 10-5. Brahimaj is a guy who loves a good submission. All 10 of his wins have come by tapping out his opponents. When it comes to grappling, he's basically like that friend who gets a little too excited about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and insists on showing you moves at parties. If he can get you to the ground, it's game over, wrap you up like a sushi roll kind of stuff. But let's be honest here. Brahimaj on the feet, not exactly poetry in motion. He's not out here throwing picture-perfect combinations or setting up head kicks. He's more like, how fast can I close this distance and drag you down? So if Brahimaj can avoid any kind of wild exchanges on the feet, he should be in good shape. But we've seen him get caught before trying to force those takedowns. He's got to be careful because if he's not, Gall can absolutely tag him. He has had a tough run in the UFC with mixed results. He has went 2-3 in the UFC so far. He could be fighting for his job in this fight. Mickey Gall. Now let's talk about Mickey Gall. Yes, the guy who made his UFC debut by handling CM Punk like it was a gym sparring session. Gall's coming in at minus 115, making this a pick'em with a record of 7-6. And he's also a grappling-focused fighter. He's got 6 submission wins, so he's not going to panic if this fight hits the mat. In fact, he might welcome it. But Gall's career has been a little inconsistent, to put it nicely. Sometimes he looks like he could be a real problem in the division, and other times he looks like he left half his fight IQ back in the locker room. He's like the friend who talks a big game at the start of the night, but by midnight, you're calling an Uber because he's already done, and while he's been working on his striking, he's still no sniper on the feet. Let's just say he's got room to improve. One thing about Gall, though, he's tough, and he doesn't go down easy. He'll fight through adversity, but sometimes it feels like he's looking for a big finish instead of just racking up points. That kind of risk-taking is fun to watch, but it can also get him in trouble. He is on a 3-fight skid and really needs this win just as bad as his opponent. So who's taking this one? This fight is likely going to come down to who can impose their grappling first. Both guys want this on the mat, and they're both looking to control or submit each other. But I think Brahimaj's grappling is just a step ahead. He's the guy who's not just looking to win on points, he's hunting for the finish. And if Gall gives him an inch, he'll take a mile. Gall's path to victory here is to keep this on the feet and try to use his range. If he can land some clean shots early and maybe discourage Brahimaj from shooting, he's got a shot. But let's face it, Gall's stand-up is far from elite. But with that said, I feel like he will have the speed advantage. Official pick, Ramiz Brahimaj. I'm rolling with Ramiz Brahimaj here. He's not the safest bet on the card by any means. Both these guys have had their questionable moments, but I think Brahimaj's grappling edge is enough to get him the win. If he can get Gall to the ground, I see him controlling the fight and maybe even locking up a sub. It's a risky pick, but hey, sometimes you've got to live dangerously. So Brahimaj by submission or grinding out a decision. Just don't look away, because with these two, anything could happen, and it might happen fast. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.